Children, how are you doing today? My name is Pragnya and I'm going to start with a new lesson from English which is called the wonderful waste. Now when we think of waste, what do we actually think? Oh, dirt, stinking, all useless things, right? So let's take a look at what we are going to do now. Right. So let's begin with the very basic question. What is waste? Waste is unwanted materials and objects that people have thrown away. All right. We often call it trash, garbage, rubbish, or junk. Now, this rubbish or garbage can be solid, liquid, or gas. It can also be a waste of heat. We also say, do not waste my time, don't we? When we feel that our time is not used in the right way, we say waste of time. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Now let's see what are the different kinds of wastes we have. So the first thing we'll see is solid waste. What is solid waste? Solid waste is the bottles, the plastic bottles, the tin cans that we have, in which we store oil or things like phenol, or any corrosive material. So when we use those materials, whatever is left are the boxes or the bottles. We do not know what to do with that. Let's move on to the next one. Now this is the industrial waste. Here we are mainly looking at the smoke and the gases emitted by all the vehicles and the industries around us, which becomes very harmful and it causes a lot of air pollution. Now the third type of waste is liquid waste. Liquid waste can also be generated by the industries and they feel very happy to leave all the byproducts, the toxic waste, in the rivers and the seas. And of course from our houses also we generate a lot of liquid waste, like the water that we use for cleaning, washing, bathing. Where does all that water go? It goes as liquid waste. All right. Now the third type of waste is the electronic waste. What do we do when our phone or any electronic item is damaged? We just throw them away, right? Now that's a very dangerous thing because we do not segregate the waste. We need to segregate the waste so that electronic waste can be taken by some companies and they can modify them. Now the next one is biodegradable waste. What is the meaning of that? Bio means life and degradable means something that can get back into the soil, which will not harm the climate or the earth. So this biodegradable waste is mostly generated in our kitchens. Let's look at the new slide. Now we have seen what types of wastes are there. Let's look at the simple and effective ways of waste management at home. How do we manage this waste? First thing is avoid plastics. Carry your own shopping bags. The bags that we make at home, the cloth bags. Do not use plastic containers to store things. Second way is make your own compost. What is the meaning of that? Well, what all biodegradable waste that we have, that means leftover food and vegetable scraps, okay, we can all take all of them, dig a hole in the corner of our garden and dump all the waste over there and cover it. What is the use of this? Well, it degrades and it behaves like a manure to all the other plants in your gardens. Now let's look at the third way how we can effectively manage waste. The third way is minimize the use of paper. So instead of asking for hard copies of the bills, let's look at the soft copies. All right, and we need to reuse paper bags as dustbin liners or to throw away things. And the fourth way is donate items whenever possible. So which items can you donate? The items that you do not use, hmm? or you do not want to use because they have become old, like blankets, some books, clothes, shoes, pencils. These are the items that you do not want to use, but they can be really useful to people who need them. So donate these kinds of items. Now, why are we so worried about managing the waste? What is its effect on the environment? Well, see, when we burn large piles of trash or junk in various parts of the world, it emits dangerous levels of carbon dioxide. You know what is a greenhouse effect? So this greenhouse effect is heating up our planet, because of which the glaciers are melting and our sea levels are increasing. It's having a very bad effect on the earth. Now, let's look at the wildlife. The wildlife, the animals, the birds, poor little things, they cannot distinguish between what is food and what isn't. So whatever we throw in the seas, in the water, or here and there, the animals end up eating that, which results in the death, because the animals cannot process or digest the plastic that we throw. And because of this, we are killing thousands and thousands of animals and fish in our environment. And of course, we also need to look at public health. If we do not get rid of the trash properly, then there are a lot of diseases that can happen. Diseases such as asthma, cancer, or you can also say heart disease, and a lot of birth defects can be caused in human beings. So looking at these harsh impacts on our environment, we should really take care of throwing away the trash properly. So what can be done? Well, the solution that we present over here and the whole world presents is reduce the use of these kinds of items, reuse certain items, and all the items that are recyclable, we can recycle them. For example, we can reduce the use of plastic and paper. Then we can reuse the paper, right? Use both the sides of the paper, or you can also give them to make paper bags, right? So you are reusing the paper. And recycling, well, there are certain plastics that can be recycled, there are paper that can be recycled. So we need to recycle these items. Now, why do we need to do this? Why should I reduce, reuse, or recycle? It's very simple. First of all, when we reduce the usage of paper, we are saving natural resources. How? Well, paper is made from trees. Imagine how many trees we cut to make new paper. So instead of cutting the trees, why can't we reuse the paper and give it for recycling, right? And of course, it saves a lot of energy, because when you try and burn all the waste items, okay, you utilize a lot of energy in that. So why don't we reduce the use of plastic items, reuse these plastic items or paper items, and whichever is recyclable, let's recycle them. It will save a lot of energy for every one of us. It will also prevent pollution. And the best part is, we end up saving a lot of money. Alright? Okay. Now, take a look at these. See, all these beautiful things have been made out of trash. Look at the first picture. It is a picture wherein we see a pencil holder or the brush holders. right? They have been made out of plastic bottles. And look at the second picture. These are made out of glass bottles. The third picture again is made of plastic bottles and it serves as a pencil stand. And this is my favorite. Look at that plastic bottle that has been reused as a grain provider for the bird. See the bird sitting over there? It's going to eat grains from that bottle. And then take a look at the next picture. See how plastic has been reused. They have cut the bottle, they have put some soil in it, and they have planted small trees. Doesn't it look beautiful? And look at that. The next one is a pencil stand. So see how much we can make, how many beautiful things we can make out of these things that we throw away as trash. See what all you can make from the newspaper. And look at them, how beautifully they are colored. Can we try making some of these? So now, it's an assignment for you guys. Let's make something interesting. So I'm going to send you an assignment, alright? You will have to take newspaper and make something really nice out of it. You have 3 days time. After 3 days, when we get back online, you all are going to show me what you have made. Yes, you can take the help of your parents, but see to it that you make the thing yourself and your parents do not make it for you, okay? I'm waiting for all the interesting things that you're going to make out of newspaper. I will also send out an email suggesting that and giving you the assignment date also. Alright? So let's make something interesting.